Welcome in from the high desert of Oregon. This is my newest video. It is the beginning of the Outcast and Remnants. It's the quest is initiation. Yeah, at first, this is the next gen playthrough, and I'm dealing with migraines, so give me a break here. Anywho, it did not register for me, so I had to come over here. I put the set stage, and then mine started with 2B because that's where it is in my mod load order over here. If you see that, it says mod index 2B, and then the rest of it. The mod itself has the instructions on one of the pages, just in case it doesn't fire for you. So that's what I did. And then we can go in and start the quest, or start the whole mod, not just the quest.
Hey there.
And
something I can help you with
before, but each one is,
what's the story with this place?
New playthrough.
Well, for starters, my name's Chuck Finley, part of a group of
if
outcasts
you can
from the
hear
Brotherhood of Steel. We're from
people
the
are
DC
getting ready
area,
for work
and
outside.
this bunker is
You
our
can
home
hear,
in the Commonwealth.
Cars, and my mister is playing his Assassin's Creed.
What are you guys doing out here?
Valhalla.
We're on a bit of a crusade. We're here to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless. In a world full of criminals who operate above any law. Now listen, sorry about that. Our entertainment options here are kind of limited. But to answer your question, you could say we're like the Brotherhood of Steel, but without the whole, Nazi vibe. We generally believe that all sentient humanoids have a right to exist. So we don't start fights with others just because their skin or DNA is a little different
And
than ours.
I've played
Except feral
this
ghouls.
mod.
Fuck those guys.
Quite
You
a
come to
few
think of it,
times.
most
It's been in
super
my
mutants too.
playthrough
Bunch of
for a
bitchy
few
little
years
girls.
now.
Anyway, we mostly
The
do
only one that I
mercenary work
don't
to pay
put
the
on is,
bills, hostage rescue, wild animal control, escort
the
some
doctor
travelers
one.
to and from major trading hubs, shit like that. We try
Why
not to
is-
be
it's-
evil.
it's
And of course,
for,
we search and accumulate as much technology as we can.
People who play on hardcore, and you know that I don't play hardcore nothing.
Why did you leave the Brotherhood in the first place?
I'm just normal.
It's complicated, but the short version is, the Brotherhood of Steel started out on the West Coast, shortly after the Great War, and its original mission was to hoard pre-war technology. A little over 30 years ago, the Brotherhood sent a group east to explore.
And this is
well,
just,
that group eventually settled in
getting
the
you know
DC
the
wasteland,
mod.
which is where most of the crew here grew up.
You
Our
can
leader
pick
was a man named
different
Owen
things
Lyons.
to skip all this. if
So,
you
in
want.
addition to acquiring technology, Lyons believed it was important to be a good neighbor and help out the local community, which eventually didn't sit well with
And you'll
most of the
notice
other
that
Brotherhood.
I always
You see, we were
whine,
involved in a massive project
why
to
can't
provide
you
clean
just
drinking
let me
water
in,
to the DC wasteland, and,
of course
well,
it
that's a long
fails,
fucking story. Over time, more and more of the members of the East Coast Brotherhood chapter began to view assisting the DC community as a waste of our resources.
And I'm
Then
not
Owen
doing
Lyons
these in
died. Let's
any
just say
kind of
shit got
order.
interesting
I'm
after
just
that.
kind of putting them
A few
together.
years passed, and
Now,
there was a power
this
struggle.
video
Ultimately,
also
our choices
has
were to follow the
Pimpin
16-year-old who was
Aint.
appointed elder
It's
by the
not
West Coast
one of my
Brotherhood.
favorite quests,
Or no
but we
leave
got
for
to get
greener
through it to
pastures.
get on with things. So.
Most people stayed. We chose to leave. That was 4 years ago. We headed northeast to the Commonwealth and been making a living here ever since.
My followers, I have our kid
You're
Jim.
in charge?
Me?
My
Oh,
character
hell no.
engages.
I might be the oldest, but no one's actually really
firstborn,
in charge.
and his name.
We
I
came
named
from
him
a strict
Jim.
hierarchy with the Brotherhood of Steel. And we all
We
saw
have
how great
Logan
that
with
turned out.
us,
The chain of command was so
and Gage,
inefficient
of
it would get
course.
us all killed
and
if
then
we
my
tried that
dogs.
bullshit here.
My
We're a
wolf
small enough group and we don't need a formal hierarchy
Dog
fucking
Beat.
us up.
and Boris.
I wanted to
He's
ask
a
you
night
about something
striker.
else.
Okay, shoot.
How can I get in?
Well, obviously
See,
we
and
don't
this is
let
when the
just anyone
whining will
in.
come up.
The
She'll
only
whine,
reason you
"Just
made it
let
through the
me
front
in."
door is our scouts spotted you a mile away and radioed in that you matched the
This
description
is
of the person
bunk is right
who's been
next
taking
to one of
out
my bigger
raiders lately.
builds. Well,
So
my
we turned off
places
the
are
turrets and figured
overbuilt.
we'd give you an audience.
Oberlin
We
Station.
work on a you scratch
and
my back, I'll
then,
scratch your
Oberlin
system
Station,
here.
of course,
If you
is
want
where
in, you
the
gotta do
aliens
something for
out.
us first.
It's where my Night Striker, the mod is. So there's a lot of things going on right here in this little area.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
The job is to retrieve a
Oh,
weapon
the
from one of our
train
brothers.
is right here too. The
As
mod,
background,
the
we
train.
do a fair amount
So
of work
it's here, too.
transporting traders and, and patrons to and from Fusion City.
And I think it's
It's a goddamn
doing pretty
dangerous
good
job
for
providing
all these
transportation to
mods
the glowing
right
sea,
here.
but it does pay well. One of our crew goes by the name Grabthar. Well, he got denied entrance to Fusion City after taunting the guards there, and they confiscated his weapons and supplies.
So we're
Anytech, the
after
security
this
division of
weapon
Fusion City,
that
never
means
really formally
sentimental
charged
value
Grabthar
to
with
the
anything, but the items they confiscated ended up being sold at one of their public auctions. And one of the items they took was Grabthar's sledgehammer. That weapon has a lot of serious sentimental value to Grabthar since it was given to him by his late brother Warvin right before he died.
Is there a point to all this?
Right.
Yeah, he's kinda
So
long-winded.
Anytech holds public auctions every now and then, and that's where they sell their confiscated property. I think the last one was over at the church in Nantic Banks. Anyway, head over to Nantic Banks and see what you can find out about the auction
Now
and
I
track
do
down the
turn off
sledgehammer.
the music
Bring the weapon back to me, and we'll see about letting you in the bunker.
quite
Deal?
a bit in my playthroughs, and you'll see how I do it.
Come on, let me in.
No
See,
deal. You
come
help
on,
us, we help you.
whining.
But you got to take the first step. Are you in?
Okay. I'll help you.
All right. I'll mark the location of the church on your map.
Oh, and by now, if you watch my videos, you know I'm not much of a fighter. You know, my fighting is a little different.
I've got you.
I use automatic weapons. I use my followers for a lot of the fighting. And that's only because my hands hurt, dude. And I'm not going to hurt myself playing a game. So I found ways around that, which that's my ways around it, is using automatics, using overpowered things when I do fight. I primarily just loot and make sure everybody's healthy. I don't read these to you. I figure you guys know how to read. You know, you can stop it or you could skip it, you know. So. And then we have to run all over the place to get these things, right? And I will point out where I accidentally deleted the video to one of the one of the things. So that's just my own damn fault. It was so quick that I didn't think I needed the video, and I deleted it. And then I'm like, oh crap, I need that when I was putting this together. So yeah, that's on me. Okay, I don't know if this music is copyrighted, and we'll find out. See, so I turned down the music. I kind of use that as an excuse. Music, as I'm playing stuff, as I'm fighting a migraine, it just makes things worse. So that's kind of a cop out.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Me saying
are you the plumber?
copyright, it just goes together, you know. So.
No, I'm Jangles, the moon monkey.
Yeah,
I
that
still
boys.
think my
Looks like we got
woman
ourselves
is
a
way
comedian.
too skinny for having two
The bathroom
kids,
is downstairs.
so
It's been out of order since we first opened. It looks like most of the pipes are gonna need
I'll
replacement.
fix it someday.
Folks around here are getting fed up about heading outside each time to do their business. Last week, one of our guys,
Now
Joey
this
had it outside take a
this
shit.
whole thing is
Definitely shut
not
up and tore him a new one.
my favorite per se.
Don't get
but,
me wrong, I never really
you
liked
know,
Joey.
we do
but
the quest
as you
to
can
get
probably
him
imagine,
to get to the next
incidents like
stage
that
of
aren't
things.
particularly good for business, if you know what I mean. Anyways, glad you're here. It'll be nice to get this place fully operational. So, do you need anything before getting started?
And I'm not big on women strippers. In fact,
Just
in one game
looking
through,
for
I
something.
made them
And I'm
all
betting you
men.
know right where to find it.
Because hey, I'm
Self
good
weapons
with
and
men
armor.
strippers.
Also
I
some
just
weird
don't
shit,
want to see
I
women.
try not to ask too many questions. It's worth talking to if it's any
Yeah,
good you
my
want
mister
defense,
laughs
but
at me too.
don't let the cheerful demeanor fool you. He's a stone cold killer. You get on his bad side, he won't just kill you, he'll fuck your corpse. And worst part, he won't even cuddle with it afterwards.
Oh, and this mod, you know, it is made for the old Fallout 4. It's 7 years old now or something. I'm saying that as a question because I
That
don't
a
have
vault
it
suit?
up
What
right
kind
now,
of gang
but
wears
I
vault
believe
suits?
it's like 7 years
You from
old,
up north
so-
or something? Bunch of weirdos up there.
So I'm happy it works with the next gen. There's a few, you know, things you need to use console for, but not
Excuse me.
Hey,
not
60
game
piece.
breaker for me anyway.
I'm looking around for something, and I'm betting you know right where to find it. Here you go. Check it out.
Oh yeah, the sledgehammer. I have that. The sledgehammer isn't for sale though.
You could, you know, kill everybody and just take it. Maybe I didn't think about doing that. I guess
Nothing's
I could
free. I know how it is.
try that someday.
What if I paid 100 caps up front?
Tell you what, there's another weapon I'm trying to acquire. Track it down for me, and I'll trade you the sledgehammer for it.
I'm gonna need more than that.
The weapon I'm looking for is a dildo bat. About a month ago, some guy walked in here desperate for caps and pawned off a bunch of stuff. It was mostly low-value stuff, so I didn't think to examine the dildo bat carefully. I sold the bat to a guy named Will for 20 caps.
Now see,
A couple
it's
days later, another customer comes in asking for the bat.
this
Of course, I
bat
asked him why
we're
on earth
looking
would
for.
he want to buy a
Okay,
dildo
he'll
bat.
tell ya, right?
He says
He'll
because
tell
there's a
ya.
treasure map hidden in the tip. I asked him what the map was too, and after some convincing, he confessed it was the map and access code to the treasure of Jamaica Plain.
Wait.
So that's why it was
Were you
made
just playing a
that
joke on
way,
me?
is because
If we
there's
could
a
find the treasure of
map
Jamaica
inside
Plain,
of
that
it.
would get this place fully operational. So what do you think? Are you up for tracking down that dildo bat?
Well, do we have a choice? Like I said, maybe I could kill them all and just take it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I guess.
Actually,
The guy I sold the bat to lives in a bus just
maybe
north
that
of Fort
wouldn't be the
Hagen, Red
best idea
Rocket.
because
Good luck out there.
it would ruin future things that are going to happen. And I don't want to get into it because it would ruin it if you haven't played this before. And of course, I did speed up the fighting, the looting. I'm doing the putting up the audio now. And that's all you do. And I have the night mod on here. That's why it was so black when I walked out of the place. And the Darker Nights is also part of the weather mod I have. And I play with it now too, almost every game. Meaning Darker Nights is on as well. Okay, so now we're knowing why he bought the bat. It was a gag gift for his wife. She wasn't real thrilled with it, by the way. Okay, so we go to Fort Hagen. Now the parking lot, we have to go find it. What I do on this, because the authors of this really, they don't want you to give away everything, And I've done these quests a few times in video on different playthroughs, but what I do here is we go and we find it, and that's pretty much. Then I think I sped it up. I could have deleted some. I did this yesterday when I was feeling half decent, and then today I'm doing the audio for it. And there's a couple quests over at Fort Hagen, so I've been there before at this point. I do loot a lot. I do loot a lot. My settlers, I have 22-ish settlers at my settlements, and they take my junk I collect and they sell it. Well, I get a percentage of that. No junk to sell, no percentage, and I get quite a few caps from how I set up my economy. Okay, and I feel really bad for our kid. I do set him up with guns and armor and everything, but he's still a child, so he'll hide, And, I kind of feel sorry for him, but I want him with us because he's going to grow into an adult someday. And that's all another mod. I have 334 mods right now on here. ESLs, I try to download the ESL.
Contact lost.
If it works, great, and that's what I try to do. So I don't reach my limit, right? It doesn't go against your limit. I also have my jumping up high. I have my...
Hostile is still in the engagement zone.
Yeah, I just do what I do, My gun is from Mason in Nuka World. You talk to Mason just right and he'll give you this gun. And then I modified it and I put the scope on it. And I do have modded guns in my game. I really don't use manual a whole lot. I gotta use my fingers and yeah. Excuses. I don't like excuses. So. And mind you, if you've never played this mod before, there is a lot of fighting in this. So if you like to fight, this is perfect for you. And I don't show all of it, of course, right?
Yes.
Not in this one. Like I said, I've had other videos of this. I'm doing this one a little different.
You're one ruthless son of a...
Oh, right here. Right here is part of what I threw away, and I didn't mean to. You have to save the women. There's 2 ladies in here you have to save. And I did save them, right? They're not dead or anything. They're saved. It's just that I thought the video was a throwaway video, right? So I did. I just threw it away. Well, then I found out it wasn't a throwaway video. So, crap. So, I'm mentioning to you that you have to save the videos, and I did. I've been trying to do something different with my videos. I've been trying to stop the screen recorder software after each after each quest, but you know, sometimes that doesn't happen, and sometimes if they're short, I think they're garbage. Well, I'll have to pay attention to that. And you can see I have, what, 49,000 caps? Well, that's just because my economy is going. And I use a lot of console commands just because that's what I have always done. And I'm just used to doing it, so... And of course, darker nights, and I try, in my game, I try not to be outside at night because it's so black. And I can't even see out in the real world at nighttime very well. But my mister laughs at me because he says, well, you don't like it being dark, then you have a dark mod on there. And I'm like, well, yeah. Walking, talking contradiction. And like I said, I cut this all up yesterday. I was actually going to do it yesterday.
I always get so jumpy after a fight.
And I went ahead and turned down the audio again. I
Hey
do
there.
that in Fusion
Ah,
City too.
glad to see you made it back. So, any problems dealing with the players?
The reward better be worth it.
Excellent. Looks like I chose the right person for the job. It'll be nice to have some proper hoes around here again. And the guns. Can't wait to swap out these
Again,
shitty pipe weapons for some real weaponry. Here you go. Your payment.
I should
Just as promised.
I
There's
should
more
go
where
in
that
and
came
just
from, if you think you
turn
can
all
handle
the
it.
women into men. It's funny when I do. Okay, so that's completed, Pimpin Aint Easy, and that's you got to go through that to get through the other mod, right? So, and we know now all that was, you know, like, you know, gag gifts. It had the a map in it, you know.
Excuse me.
Hey, look who's back. Any problems retrieving the sledgehammer?
Actually, we're getting to the end of this, so
Not sure I'd call it
I
smooth,
appreciate you coming
but
by
it's taken
and
care of.
All right.
taking
Looks
a
like
look.
it's mojito time.
And I don't
Here's
know
a
when
key
it's
card to
gonna
access
stop,
the
but I
bunker.
think it
Have a look around, make
sounds
yourself
like
at
it's
home.
gonna stop
Feel
here
free to
soon.
use the supplies in the workbenches. If you want a little more history about our order, you can check out the terminals in our research library.
Okay, there we go. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. See you next time.